close, please. Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely.
Hi, it's Kimberly from Kimberly Down South, and this is my Slimming World channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, I don't know if you would be particularly interested in this video because I'm talking about some specifics to do with the Slimming World plan today. So it doesn't really give you as much interesting content as some of my other videos, but okay, so what the video is about today is I found out today there are changes that are coming to the Slimming World plan. Get away from that. Down. Come here. Come here. Hang on a second. Okay, so I had to move the dog. I got new pillow cushion covers for my throw pillows, and he's suddenly interested in this one that has little tassels around. So I've got to do one of two things. I either have to put that away when I'm not here, or he has to go in the back fence when I'm not here, because he's wanting to play right now. So it's that time of day. There are changes to Slimming World, which I did hear someone say, and I think it was Lisa last week, said sins aren't going to be sins anymore. And I had just come into the chat, so I didn't know that she was probably serious about that. I thought she was just kidding. I didn't think anything else of it after that. Until today, when I get on, and the first thing I saw when I was on my way home from work this morning, because I'll sometimes turn on YouTube. I don't know if you can do this in the UK, but you can do it in the US. Quick clear on your window of your car. Here, girl, come on up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can't help you if you don't come here. Can't help you if you don't come here. There we go. Can you tell I just got home from work and everybody's wanting attention? But anyway, I turn on, well, first of all, in the US, you can't be what they call distracted driving, and that is swerving on the road because you're over here, you know, open up a bag of whatever you got from the restaurant or the fast food drive-thru, or you can't be holding your cell phone and trying to drive at the same time. Things like that, distracted driving. But you can and are allowed to have a phone holder attached to your windshield that's like, say you are my windshield. I can have, like, over here, kind of under where your rearview mirror would be, I can have a holder and I can have this sitting on it. So say, and I don't know that you guys even have that there, but here there's like a lot of delivery jobs where you go and pick up their groceries and deliver it. Like, we don't have exactly yet fully developed, at least in my region, where grocery stores will actually deliver groceries to you. The only one that does it is a store named Kroger. All the other ones subcontract out the work. So like, I can go and do grocery pickups and grocery delivery for Walmart, or Publix is one that does it a lot. Target, if you've ever heard of Target. And I can deliver the stuff. So having something that holds your phone in place, so when you are on a delivery, you can have your sat nav up that's telling you like where the location is that you're going to. So you can have that. It's considered hands-free because it connects through your radio so you can hear what's being said on like the directions or the sat nav or whatever. So you can have that. So what I'll do when I get back from the bus in the morning and I'm on my way home, I'll open up YouTube and I'll watch a video because it takes me like 10 to 15 minutes or sometimes more depending on what I'm doing to get home. So I saw Back to Basics. And they had a title, something about Slimming World changes or something changes or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's this? And I started watching it. I didn't get to watch all of it while I was driving, but I started watching it. And they were like, there are changes coming to Slimming World. Laura said she got an email about it. And she was going over some of the stuff that she read. And I was like, huh? So I saw, I finished watching, I didn't get to watch all of that. A friend of mine came over, so we spent some time, had some tea and chit-chatted and stuff. And then on my way back over to the school, I watched the rest of it. No, before I went over there, I watched the rest of it, or most of the rest of it. And then Lisa and Rufus came on, and they did a live and was talking about the changes. So I've only heard what they said. I'm trying to get this set up. I've only heard what they've said, and I haven't looked at it on my phone yet, but that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to do it right here, right now, in front of you guys. And I was thinking, do I want to read it and then react to it tomorrow, or do I want to react on the fly, like what my initial thoughts are? So I decided to try to comment on the fly and see what my initial thoughts are, and then I may come back later talk about it. But Lisa and Rufus posted up on their Losers Club channel on Facebook how to find it. So I just found it. It's under features. So this is in my app. For now. Who knows? Hot off the press, Slimming World's exciting 2026 updates revealed. Exciting, I'm not sure. Changes, yes, I'm sure. But are they exciting? I don't know. See, and here's one of the things. We've always believed that real support, sustainable habit change, and a plan that fits your life are the secret ingredients to lasting success. Well, that's probably true. But if Slimming World is listening, a lot of people are not feeling supported right now. I'm just going to leave it at that. There's a lot of people out there that have shared their feelings about that. And I'm sure there's tons more that does not have an online channel or anything like that probably feels the same way. Now, I don't go to meetings because I'm here in the States and we don't have meetings, but I have heard a lot of feedback. So people are not feeling supported. And it's not just the people I know. I've seen it in, people leaving comments and responses to other people. Like, not everyone has a YouTube Slimming World channel or post about it on Facebook, but there are people that are members of channels on Facebook, and when someone posts something, you see a lot of people come on there and they're like, yeah, I don't like these changes, I don't like the new format, I'm feeling neglected in the group or whatever. So anyway, support, that's a whole thing. Okay, so food optimizing gets even tastier following a thorough review. The most generous healthy eating plan out there. Now, I will say this. The reason that I came back into the Slimming World fold is because I really do believe that the plan is one of the most well put together plans. It's one of the few that still advertises how to learn to eat properly, how to eat within, while learning yourself to be self-aware, teaching you portion control, teaching you to recognize fullness in yourself. They don't particularly put limitations on your servings of like free foods, but you do have to know in yourself that you can't just eat an indefinite amount of things and expect to lose weight. So you do have to use like common sense. But they're adding more flexibility and variety to your week with a new healthy fats choice and our healthy extras. From January, you'll still enjoy 3 healthy extra choices each day, now with more variety, flexibility, and personalization. They're saying farewell to healthy A and healthy B choices, and now it's going to say calcium-rich choices, fiber-rich choices, and healthy fats choices. Okay. I don't know if that's the names that they're going to use. I don't mind saying this is my calcium, this is my fiber, this is my healthy fats. I have been wondering if they were ever going to come around to saying that we need healthy fats, because I do believe that healthy fats are important, because we went through several decades of them saying that fat was bad for us, blah, 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 blah. And it wasn't necessarily true. Just like anything, all fats are not created equal. Some of them are actually good for us. So I did wonder in my mind, are they ever going to come around to including a fat option in their plan? Now, I don't like the name that they're giving to SINs. SWIPs is the name. Slimming World's Individual Picks. Okay, first of all, I don't like the full name that it's giving, and I don't like the abbreviated name. Like, okay, you wanted to get rid of the name SINs, and that's okay. Like, I'm not particularly a fan of SINs, and even though it's spelled differently and it's supposed to mean something else, it still feels a certain way. Like, if you eat something bad, it's a sin or whatever. And like, if you hear it, you're not thinking, hey, oh, well, it's spelled differently, unless you're one of us that's been doing it. I don't mind them getting rid of that name SINs, but I also don't like the name SWIPs. I will either, in my own mind, since I am doing it at home, it's not like I'm having to be around people and say things to them or whatever. I even can say, okay, slimming picks. Like I picked this thing for my, my slimming SINs or whatever they are. I can call it a slimming pick, right? So you get 15 slimming picks a day. I can say that, a slimming pick or a slim pick, but I'm not going to say SWIPs. I mean, that sounds like if you eat it, someone's going to beat you. They're going to whip you because you've eaten these extra things, So I don't know that SWIPs is even. I don't know that SWIPs is better than SINs, but anyway, that's okay. That's a technicality. The plan is still the same. These are still extra things that you're eating, and now they've included oil in that, which I think is fine. Now, it does not say if the calcium-rich choices, which is the milk and cheeses, it doesn't say if there's still going to be 2 per day or if it's just going to be 1 per day. Because all it says is from January, you'll still enjoy 3 healthy extra choices. It doesn't say what the limitations are on those. I'm sure that will come out maybe in January. Like, they might say you need your 2 healthy extra calciums, and you still need your, fiber, and you still need your healthy fat. And they'll tell you like 1 or whatever it is. We don't know what that is yet. So there's no amount listed. It just says that instead of there being 2 healthy extras, which was A and B. Now there's going to be 3 healthy extras. Okay, that's fine. All right. So, new language for a new year. We're introducing a new, easier to understand term to describe what happens in our groups. Okay. Right there, that's kind of like it said groups. I'm not in a group. I am my group. Or when I join the Losers Club on Wednesdays, that's my group. But I'm not a member of a group, so right there, it's kind of letting me know, like, we don't really care what you think about online because you're online. This is for our groups. But anyway, it still applies. Food optimizing. No name change here. However, we're saying goodbye to Extra Easy and Extra Easy SP. Now, see, that Extra Easy stuff, I think that was in a plan before me. That might have been when you guys had like red and green, which I've heard about, but I don't know anything about it. So it's still food optimizing SP. So food optimizing or food optimizing SP is what that's going to be. Body magic. Okay, I don't see anything wrong, particularly with the name Body Magic. I kind of like it a little bit. It's kind of fun, to say something like that because this new name is a whole lot of words for something that's not changing. Body Magic is still going to be Body Magic. But they want to make it clear that it's a whole support framework to help members move more. So I get it. They're wanting to make the plan more well-rounded. It's not just food. They're wanting to introduce like healthy movement, being active. And active to me can vary depending on who you are, what your health status is, what your weight is, where you're located. So it's a very broad term, right? And body magic to me does not necessarily mean I'm going to get up and go walk 5 miles today, or I'm going to get up and go lift weights or whatever. That's different for everybody. I may go swim or move around in the pool, walk around in the pool or whatever, because that's what I do and that's what I like, and it's easy on my joints, and I always sleep better afterwards. That's what I like to do. Now, everybody can't do that. Everybody can't walk miles and miles and miles. Everybody can't go and lift weights. So body magic can be anything. Body magic could be, you getting up. Maybe you have a walker. You can't walk real far. Maybe you just take a little turn around your apartment or your house a few times, and then you have to sit down, and maybe you do that like a couple of times a day, a few times a day. That's body magic for you because that is something outside of what your normal routine is. So I get it. Body magic is important. If we stop moving, we stop moving, if that makes sense. Meaning if we don't use it, our muscles, then we lose it. So we do have to continue moving in some capacity if we can. Now, there are extenuating circumstances. You might be in a wheelchair. You can't get up and move around. Well, in that case, you can do something that is to your ability. Maybe you are paralyzed from the waist down, but you still have the ability to move your arms and stuff. So maybe you're doing exercises with your arms and maybe some hand weights or, cans of food that you can move. That's something. That is your, whatever you do, that is your choice. That is your body magic. So I think it's important for everyone to do as much as they physically can while they can before they lose the ability to do it at all. And we see people that are stuck in bed because they don't have the ability to move around. So we should not take for granted if we can move. So I'm glad that they want to encourage people to move more. I know a lot of people will be like, well, you lose weight because of the food. That's a fact. Changing the food is the most important thing, but movement and exercise is also important. So what I think they're trying to say is these both are important for these reasons. This is why this is important. This is why this is important. Okay, I get that. If they actually follow through with it, I don't want it to just be something that's said and then nothing changes. Anyway, instead of it being called Body Magic, they're going to call it Slimming World's Active Lifestyle Program. Okay, that is a whole lot of stuff to say. And I know that's what it is, but why can't you say this is Body Magic? And Body Magic is Slimming World's Active Lifestyle Program. Instead of getting rid of the term Body Magic and replacing it with that, big ass long sentence, Slimming World's Active Lifestyle. I mean, that is a lot to say. So what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing Slimming World's Active Lifestyle Program. No, I'm doing Body Magic. So just say it's Body Magic and then put that as the description. Don't change it to that whole long name. To make it nice and clear that it's a whole whatever framework, blah, blah, blah. They're going to have a new logo. Okay, I get it. You do have to go through your program when you have something like this and revamp it to be aesthetically relevant to changing times. And it is changing because there's a whole shift now to other weight loss options that are, I don't want to say more popular, but are gaining popularity. And that's your weight loss drugs, because everybody's into it. It's something new. It's supposed to, you take it. It's supposed to help you lose weight, whatever it is. And I'm not downplaying that. That's just something that exists now. So they need to stay relevant. So they have to put out something that still attracts you to their program. So, okay. They're going to have a new logo. The app is the place to be. Now, I function off of the app. That is how I use Slimming World. And that's because it's the only option I have. There are no meetings. If I had access to meetings, and even though I am by nature an introvert, I'm not with my friends. I'm not in certain groups of people, and I really enjoyed going to the meetings when I did. Now, I cannot tell you what it's like now since they've made the changes, but what I'm saying is the relationships that I developed with people when I was there were important to me because not only was I trying to lose weight, I was in a place I didn't know anybody, and I still have some connections to the people that I had from Slimming World. Those are people that I met. So that kind of thing was important to me and still would be if I had access to a meeting. Even when I was doing Weight Watchers like 20 years ago with my mother, I enjoyed going to the meetings because you hear other people's experiences and you're like, even if you haven't said anything, you might think, oh, I relate to them, blah, blah, blah. I can't do that on an app. The only way that I'm getting ideas now is because of the community that I have found and that has been developed and that I'm participating in, and that gives me similar things to that. So don't discount in-person support and interactions because I do think it's still important unless they changed it in a way that I was not connected to anybody in the group. The plan, the fundamental changes of the plan, I'm hoping that they'll hear the people's dissatisfaction with the format and maybe incorporate some of the old ways back into it. But I will say this. We are in a technological age, and I do think an app is important to keep up with the times. And it's 100% important to me because that's the only thing I have to go on. And there are people in the UK that can't go to meetings for whatever reason. Maybe they work and they're always traveling and they need an app to be able to do it. So I get it. An app is important. And I also think people should know how to use the online tools or app. I don't know what's available to you if you're not subscribed as a member on the app. So I don't know what it's like for you if you are a member in the meeting. I don't know what you have access to on the website, right? Um, but what they are saying is, I see that they're saying that these tools are what a lot of people go in to log, track, plan, and scan, and that they're seeing less people coming to the website. All right, so I get that, but I think that they are totally discounting a percentage of the population that uses the website that's not necessarily a an app subscriber. They are a meeting subscriber, but for whatever reason they need some backup using the website. Okay? And I have acquaintances, friends, whatever you want to call them, my people. They're my people. They're part of this group that I am a member of that does the Slimming World stuff, and we post online. And several of them are sight impaired, and I can see where you go to the meeting and you can hear what takes place in a meeting, but if you want to go home and do stuff on the computer, maybe, can't sit there and use a phone. You need to use like maybe your desktop computer and a keyboard or whatever adaptive devices you use if you are sight impaired to be able to do things online. Maybe you want to keep, maybe it's easier for you if you go online to keep a diary of your foods from the website. So discontinuing some of these features on the website is just, it's a tragedy. I mean, it's like you're taking away something that makes them able to participate in your program. So it's like you're just saying, oh, well, you're not important enough to be a part of our program unless you can see and, do things like everybody else. Well, that's not okay. Sorry, that is absolutely not okay. Um, Removing these items from the website version is not fair to them. Not everyone is an app subscriber. And that almost is like saying, well, yeah, you can come sit in the meeting, but you'd probably be better at home just using the app so you can get access to all that stuff. So you don't have to come to the meeting. I don't know. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. It's like saying, if you want those features, just subscribe online. And I'm almost thinking that, and maybe this is controversial, maybe it's not, maybe other people are thinking it. It's almost to me like they're trying to phase out in-person meetings and directing people to do the online, because then if you're not coming to meetings, then they don't have to pay people to work these meetings and this and that and the other. And if we phase people into the app, then they can just sign into the app and we don't have to do anything face to face. And hey, we can put all of our products on the internet, and then we can just sell them on the internet, and we don't have to hire people to do that. That's almost what I feel like is their thinking, is indirectly getting people to go join the app so they don't have to do all the other stuff. I don't know. I still don't think you can take the place of the meeting. I think it's social. I think it's helpful. I think people work the program better if they're able to talk to people and discuss things, good and bad, share recipes, share ideas, listen to why someone is struggling this week, and maybe like offering some advice to them, like, hey, have you tried this? Or hey, have you tried that? That's what I like. If I'm struggling and things aren't working and this and that and the other. Maybe somebody else's thoughts or way that they approach it, maybe that would help me if I hear it. You can't get that through the app. So, anyway, I don't think that it's good for them to be taking features off the website that are helpful for members that are not app subscribers, but still need to use the website for certain things like, you know, say you've got somebody taking you, okay, again, we're talking about sight impaired. So maybe you have someone that is taking you grocery shopping, right? They don't know anything about Slimming World, but you're able to pull up this website and say, hey, there's like a scanner on here. And when we're going through the store, if I don't know what something is, can you scan it for me so we can find out what the sins are, or whatever the new thing is, the Slim Picks. That's what I'm going to call it, what they are. So that feature is important, and it's important to be on the website. Oh, don't take off features from the website in the hopes that people will subscribe to the app just to get them. And don't take away features on the website that members that come into class may use and need to use. Like, you don't want to have to wait a whole week to ask about something that if you had all these tools on the website because you're a member, you could find out this information. Okay. From late October, the food search, the daily summary, the option to start and track body magic wars, and the sins estimator will be available just on the app. You will still be able to access other things like read features and successes, listen to the members only podcast, work out with the activity videos, search recipes, and view awards on both the website and the app. I mean, it's like they're trying to force you to subscribe to the app. You know what I mean? Many of our online members have told us they prefer using our digital tools over a printed book. So rather than sending a copy of essentially Slimming World to everyone, we're working behind the scenes to make it available to those who really, really want one. Well, don't we all really, really want one, whether we're in our group meeting or we're doing it from home or whatever? I still, even though I'm mainly doing it through the app, sometimes I will pick up that book and I'll look up something that I need to know about. So, yeah, I want the book. Don't say that it doesn't say here that they're not going to, but yeah, I would like to have the book. So that is me looking over that summary, and I know I've sat here and blabbed a lot, but some of it does not apply to me as much because I am not a in-person meeting person, but I know a lot of people that are. A lot of people that are struggling on whether they wanted to even stay in the meeting or not because of the other changes in the format, which I can't talk about the format or have like full opinions of it since I don't go to a meeting. And now they're doing these things, and I really feel like they are alienating quite a few different people by doing this, and they're making it complicated. Like some of this verbiage that they're using, that they're changing, which was unnecessary. Like, I don't think all the changes that they're presenting here are necessary. Okay, so you're adding a healthy fat. Okay, that's important. So it's, healthy fats. Okay. But like changing the word sins to swips, that's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Just call them slimming picks. Slim picks. I'm gonna have a slim pick today. Kim, how many slim picks did you eat today? Oh, I had about 7 slim picks. That sounds a lot better than swips or swipes. Swips. I don't know. That just sounds like whips. Like you're going to get beat for eating them. Better not eat that or we're going to swip you. I don't know. I just don't like that. So that's unnecessary. Either just leave it the way it is or make it something more appealing, but don't make it something that's just as bad. Food optimizing some of this other stuff. So it'd be interesting to see what the new logo is. Hopefully it's appealing. So all this is going to be coming around from like mid-December, so we'll see what happens. It does not sound like tons of stuff will be changed for me personally since I'm an app member. I'm a strictly online member, except for the verbiage. So those are my initial opinions. I'm sure I'll have more on down the line, but there you go. That's my thoughts on the Slimming World changes.